dip in the lake on a day like today. That's saying something. And in some places, we broke records, right?
Absolutely. You know the phrase, Christmas in July? I think we need to rebrand that to summer in October, because that was today. A lot of places got into the 80s today, but I wanted to take a look at our current temperatures, and I have a very specific reason for this. Take a look especially down in Portland and Portsmouth and Lewiston in the low to mid 60s. Now our average high for this time of year is 64 degrees. So these temperatures just after 11 p.m. are almost the average high temperature that we would see in the afternoon. So that's pretty impressive. And it's a really warm night, especially in comparison to yesterday. Temperatures right now about 10 to 15 degrees higher than they were at this time yesterday. Things are going to cool off as we get over the next couple of days, but overall, it feels like a pretty warm night out there. High temperatures today, though. I teased that we broke some records today, and we absolutely did. Take a look at the 80s here. 85 today in Augusta, 83 in Bangor, 83 in Waterville. We were just really, really warm today thanks to that high pressure system. And here are some records that we broke today. Augusta reached 85 degrees, which beat a record of 79 from 1983, as well as Bangor got to 82 today, and they beat their record of 77 in 2000. So we beat some records by a pretty substantial margin. Now for tomorrow, we could make it a couple run for 80s tomorrow, but overall less, I believe, than we saw today. But if you're not a fan of the hot weather, I do have some good news for you, because as we go through the rest of the week, things are really going to cool off. And by the time we get to early next week, temperatures are going to be in the upper 50s and overall lower than average, as opposed to above average right now. So this high pressure system, we've been talking about it all week and last week. It's finally going to begin to move offshore, and this pattern that we've been in is going to break down, which allows this low pressure system to begin to move a cold front towards us, as well as a coastal low. So that's going to bring in some extra moisture, which is going to give us a pretty wet weekend, especially Saturday night into Sunday morning. Now we are going to stay dry over the next couple of days. A boundary to our north will give some clouds to Aroostook County, but otherwise most of us are going to stay pretty clear. We will have some fog though, especially on early Thursday morning. So if you're going to be doing any morning traveling, just be wary of areas with some lower visibility. But overall, we've got a pretty nice stretch coming up until we get to the weekend. Things are going to be pretty nice out there. Marine forecast seas 2 to 3, water 60 degrees. Tomorrow might be a good day for a swim, but it might be the last one for a while since things will begin to cool off. So as we go throughout the rest of the week, we're going to start to cool down and the clouds are going to start to increase. By the time we get to Friday, we'll get to mostly cloudy conditions. The rain moves in Saturday in the afternoon, and the heaviest rain will likely be overnight as we get into early Sunday morning. And then as we start next week, we have a little bit of clouds, a little bit drier, but overall a lot cooler. Temperatures only in the upper 50s to lower 60s. So overall, Zach, this week has kind of got something for everyone. We've got heat, we've got cool, we've got sun, and we've got some rain for later in the weekend.
Yeah, whatever you want, take your pick. Thanks, Dana.